Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Joseph Carroll. I write under the pen name J.R. Carroll. And today we are going to do the mid-year freakout tag. So, um, I just seen it starting to pop up. I know sometimes we don't see these until the end of June, early July. But I figured I got some free time, so why not jump into it? So let's see what we have here. This will be the first time I've done this tag. So it says best book you've read so far in 2022. Um, um it's been a good start to the year, so I'm gonna go with Stephen King's Carrie as the best book that I've read this year. I know he likes to think that it was still a little rough, but I love the way he mixes, future reporting of the incident versus current, currently first person, point of view and everything, and how he jumps back and forth. I could see how some people might knock them out or they might feel weird about that, but I love that kind of stuff. That's really, really good. Um, Question number two, best sequel you've read so far in 2022. Um, I'll probably go with, I'm doing the reread of Dresden Files right now, and I just finished Grave Peril. So that's probably the best sequel I've read this year. We just had a huge discussion with Philip Chase, Sarah Reed's Bookish Chaz, AP, myself, and my friend Nathan. Check that out if you were interested, and we keep try to keep spoilers to a minimum through half the video. It's like a 2 hour long video, so it was super fun. Um, let's see, number three, new releases you haven't read yet but want to. The 14th book in the Expeditionary Force match game. It just came out. It kind of snuck up on me, so by the time this video comes out, I will have started it. But yeah, I'm really pumped about that. Uh, so that's a new release that I'm jumping on immediately, and I'll probably do a video about that. I'll probably do a video about like an overview of the series because there's 14 books, and I like to read the book or reread the book and then give a review on it. But there's so many, and they're big books too. So, but I'll probably do a video overview of Expeditionary Force. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. That's The Law by Jim Butcher. It is a novella in the Dresden Files universe. So he is kind of, we didn't get a book last year, and we're not going to get a full book this year. So, but he's given us a little novella to kind of, keep us, quench our thirst a little bit. And I actually think he's doing the audio book, which is different. So I'm definitely want to listen to it and see how Jim does it himself. So that should be fun. More Dresden content. Definitely will do a review on that as soon as it comes out. I'll have it done in day one. So, number five, biggest disappointment, Stephen King's Elevation. I got a review on that. I was so disappointed, so disappointed in that book, especially coming off the Dark Tower series, and then, doing Cycle of the Werewolf, and it was okay, and I was like, okay, and then I went right into that, and it's bad. Number six, biggest surprise. We'll go back to Stephen King because I'm kind of running through him and it's been hit or miss. Cujo. Did not expect Cujo to be as good as it was. it's like, how interesting can you make a book about a about a killer dog? And I'd seen the movie before, um, and I have go check out the review I did of Cujo, and it's just an excellent book. One of the best endings to a book ever. I mean, people say that Stephen King can't end a book. Read Cujo. Favorite new author, says debut or new to you. Um, Again, he's kind of semi-new to me, last 6 months or so. Richard Kadrey, writer of the Sandman Slim series. You know, I guess people like to throw it around for Dresden Files, but I guess you could use it for Sandman Slim. The palate cleanser. Um, you know, to me, when I hear palate cleanser, I hear a fun book. Just a fun book. And if anything, I hope at some point people call my books palate cleansers, because that means you've went through a giant book and you might be a little tired and you just want to pick me up, something fun to read. And honestly, I kind of prefer those type of books. That's what I'm reading for, is just enjoyment. I just want to have fun, get away from mundane real life for a little while. So, Richard Kadrey's Sandman Slim series. Number 8, newest fictional crush. I'll go with Lady Envy from Malazan Memories of Ice, I guess, if I have to have a crush. As my wife will tell you, I like sassy women, so she's very, very opinionated and sassy. So I guess that would be my fictional crush if I had to choose one. Number 9, newest favorite character, and I assume they're meaning like a new character that's new to me that I really like, not actually like my favorite character. But newest favorite character, that's awfully hard. It's awfully hard to pick. I mean, as anyone who's watched my discussions on different channels for Malazan, Krumpa, I love Krumpa. He's just weird and hilarious, and kind of reminds me of a Forrest Gump type character that he just can't. You think he's just a bumbling idiot, but he can't lose. That's Krumpa. The best part of the Malazan books by far is Krumpa. Number 10, book that made you cry. I'm a robot, so I've never cried at a book. Movies, when I was a kid, there was a few movies. Fox and the Hound, don't get me started on that. That was the saddest movie ever. And there's been a few movies as I've gotten older that, made me pretty sad. But I rarely cry. Not trying to be manly or anything, but it's just my personality. I don't know if it's childhood stuff or whatever, but Grave Peril was pretty sad though. I will say the ending, towards the end there of Grave Peril was pretty sad. And books that made me happy. That's question number 11. There's a lot of books that made me happy. I've liked a lot of the books I've read this year. So I would probably say, I've reread the first 3 books of the Dresden Files. I love all the books of the Dresden Files. Like I said, Cujo and Carrie were really good. You know what? I'll say, like I said, there's a bunch, but really Cujo, because Cujo and Carrie, really, because I really want to like Stephen King, and Psycho the Werewolf was just okay, and Elevation was really bad. So Cujo and Carrie kind of brought him back up to the top level. So I'll say those books. Number 12, most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received. That's a good question. I mean, technically, I received my book in the mail, but shameless self promotion aside, I actually like Cycle of the Werewolf. I mean, that's what it's most known for is its artwork. So, you know, just beautiful covers, beautiful artwork on the inside. And number 13, what book do you need to read by the end of the year? That's a good question. I mean, my TBR kind of goes month to month. I mean, I am going to try to read all the Dresden Files this year, and we're going to have continue to have discussions, and I'll do reviews for all them. So I guess that's I need to read. And, but I would say right now, Match Game, that I'm going to start here any minute, is a must read because that's my favorite. Expeditionary Force is my favorite sci-fi series, books, whatever. Probably my third favorite series of all time. But that concludes the mid-year freakout tag. So we're not really freaking out about anything. We're just chilling, kind of going through things, having fun as we go. Let me know if you've read any of these books. Let me know what you're freaking out about through the mid-year. And I'll